Hi, my name is Melissa and I am a student at the University of South Florida, Wilma College of Business. For this class that I'm taking at the ISM 3011 is for this project. It's a Tableau project that I am presenting to you today. This project shows 3 different items that are being sold throughout the United States. One is appliances, the second is sofas, and the third is beds. And you can see from 2018 to 2019 on this map the difference in sales for those 3 items. So if you click on 2018, you'll only see the ones from 2018. If you click on 2019, you'll only see items sold in 2019. If you click on the map, it'll go back to the way it should be. Now, I concentrated on the state of California. The reason I did this is because it's by the coast, and you can see that there's the coastal areas, there are more sales by the coast. I don't know if it's because they're bigger cities, but it's more concentrated by the coast. Or if it's because there's damage to the products because of the sea air, or from the Santa Ana winds, or what it might be. But anyways, you can click on one of these areas and you can see what the profits were for each year. And now we're going to go to the sales by product per state. So now this slide should be one ahead of the California slide, but they're a little out of order. So the California slide I chose because that's the one that has the majority of sales out of all of the states. So in the first and second quarter, they were doing really well. The third quarter, nobody did well, as you can see through the states. In the fourth quarter, things start picking up again. And now we're going to go to the most purchased brands, which I had to cut that down because there were a lot of them. So for appliances, there's the Lagan and the Renlig, and for beds, there was a Hems, and sofas were the Morabo. Now these are all big sellers in the state of California throughout 2018 and 2019. Now you can also see from this slide the decline in sales from 2018 to 2019. The Lagan went from over 35 million down to over 15 million in a year. The Renlig went from, I'd say, 27 million down to under 20 million in a year. However, the beds went from about 16 million to just over 16 million to 16,873,899 in sales. Now the sofas went from 19 million in sales down to 12 million sales. These numbers are not good. And as you can see on this slide about the declining sales for the purchased items. Now the only one that is not declining are the Hems beds. They have a slight uptick in their purchases. But everything else is, move my head here. Everything else is slowly but surely declining in profit. Now I'm going to show you the profit map. This profit map includes the map that shows you California, and it also shows you the decline at the bottom of the items that have been declining over the year, with the most decline. That started with the most sales and now have the most decline. Now in my story starts with the sales of the products by the quarter by state. Now this looks very good. It looks like, they're doing very well. Nobody's in the negative. Everybody is has a positive number for their sales. Of course, when you get to the third quarter, nobody does very well. It seems like people don't want to buy things between July, August, and September for some reason. Maybe they're too busy at the beach or on vacation or whatever they're doing. But anyways, we'll move on to the sales by the state. And you can see California has the largest dots. So that's why I concentrated on California as to where their sales were. So for 2018, their sales are 148 million. And in 2019, their sales were 105 million. And then we can go to the sales by the city, and you can see that San Francisco, we need to bring this down a little bit. You can see all the way down through Los Angeles and San Diego, and the sales that were made in the cities. And now we can go back up. I really like these maps. They're really kind of fun. I'm going to go back to this one because I took out 2018. I want to make sure I keep 2018 in there. There we go. I got it back in there. Now we're going to go to the highly purchased individual products in California. And you can see on this graph that the Laguna went from over 37 million down to over 16 million in a year. The same for the Rennleigh went from 27 million down to 19 million in a year. The Hems went from 16 million to 16.8 million. The Marabo Sofa went from 19 million down to 12 million. If you were in the sales department, this would be a very scary thing to be watching and seeing how your sales are dropping over the year. Now looking at the data, you can see that the Lagan line of appliances took the greatest hit in sales from 2018 to 2019. And now we'll go to the last slide. Let's move my head again. We have the most dramatic loss of revenue. The Lagan line of appliances went from sales of over 37 million to sales of just over 16 million in 1 year's time. This is about a 125% decrease. In order to rectify this, you'd need to either get rid of the line completely or have substantial sales to increase the sale of this item. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day.